danger from your sister. You are avoiding some danger because you have heard a prophetic voice in the sky. But the danger is to come from the sons of your sister who are not present now. And who knows, there may or may not be sons in future. Wow. Considering all this, you are safe for present. Nor is there cause of fear for from your sister. If there are any sons born of her, I promise that I shall present all of them to you for necessary action. Kamsa knew the value of Vasudev's words of honor, and he was convinced by his argument. For the time being, he desisted from the heinous killing of his sister. Thus Vasudeva was pleased and praised the decision of Kamsa. In this way, he returned to his home. Each year thereafter, in due course of time, Devaki gave birth to a child. Thus she gave birth to 8 male children as well as 1 daughter. When the first one was born, Vasudeva kept his word of honor and immediately brought the child before Kamsa. It is said that Vasudeva was very much elevated and famous for his word of honor, and he wanted to maintain this fame. Although it was very painful for Vasudeva to hand over the newborn child, Kamsa was very glad to receive him, but he became a little compassionate with the behavior of Vasudeva. This event is very exemplary. For great souls like Vasudeva, there is nothing considered to be painful in the course of discharging one's duty. A learned person like Vasudeva carries out his duties without hesitation. On the other hand, and even like Kamsa never hesitates in committing any abominable action. It is said, therefore, that a saintly person can tolerate all kinds of miserable conditions of life. A landman can discharge his duties without avoiding favorable circumstances. Kamsa can act in any sinful way, and a devotee can sacrifice everything to satisfy the supreme person of Godhead. Kamsa became satisfied with the action of Vasudeva. He was surprised to see Vasudeva keeping his promise and being compassionate upon him and pleased. He began to speak as follows: My dear Vasudeva, you need not present this child to me. I am not in danger from this child. I have heard that a child born of you and Devaki will kill me. Why should I accept this child unnecessarily? You can take him back. When Vasudeva was returning home with first-born child, although he was pleased by behavior of Kamsa, he could not believe him. And he could not believe in him because he knew that Kamsa was he knew that Kamsa was uncontrolled. An atheistic person cannot be firm in his word of honor. One who cannot control the senses cannot be steady in his determination. The great politician Chanakya Pandit said, never put your trust in a diplomat. Those who are addicted to unrestricted sense gratification can never be truthful, nor can they be trusted with any faith. At the time, the great sage Narada came to Kamsa. He was informed of Kamsa's becoming compassionate to Vasudeva and returning his firstborn child. Narada was very eager to accelerate the descent of the Lord Krishna as soon as Narada was very eager to accelerate the descent of Lord Krishna as soon as possible. He therefore informed Kamsa that Vasudeva, Vrindavan personality like Nanda Maharaj and all the other cowherdmen and their wives And on the other side of Vasudeva, his father Swarsan and all his relatives born in the family of Rishni of Vedu dynasty, along with all their friends and well-wishers, are actually demigods. Narada warned Kamsa to be careful of them, since Kamsa and his friends and advisors were all demons. Demons are always afraid of demigods. After thus being informed by Narada about the appearance of the demigods in different families, Kamsa at once became very much alarmed. He understood that since the demigods had already appeared, Lord Vishnu must be coming soon. He at once arrested his brother-in-law, Vasudeva and Devaki, and put them behind prison bars. Within the prison, shackled in iron chains, Vasudeva and Devaki gave birth to a male child. Year after year, and Kamsa, thinking each of their babies to be the incarnation of Vishnu, kill them one after another. He was particularly afraid of each child, but after the visit of Narada, he came to conclusion: any child must be Krishna. Therefore, it is better to kill all the babies who took birth from Kamsa and Deva. This action of Kamsa is not very difficult to understand in history of the world. There are many instances of the persons in the royal order who have killed their father, brother, or whole family. I'll finish this chapter. Kamsa was made aware of his previous birth by the grace of Narada. He learned that in his previous birth he had been a demon by name Kalnemi, demon of the name Kalnemi, and that he had been killed by Vishnu. Having now taken his birth in the Bhoja family, he decided to become the deadly enemy of the Yadu dynasty. Krishna was going to take birth in the family, and Kamsa was very much afraid that he would be killed by Krishna, just as he had been killed in last birth. He first of all imprisoned his father Ugrasena because he was the chief king among the Yadu, Bhoja, and the Andhaka dynasties. And he also occupied the kingdom of Surasena, was their father. He decided himself, he declared himself the king of all such places. Chapter 8. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is Krishna Katha. We are actually a couple of weeks away from the Master. I was saying last Friday program. Yadu dynasty, in the Yadu dynasty appeared a king by name Devamida. Devamida had a Kshatriya wife and a Vaishya wife. Through Kshatriya wife, he gave birth to a king by name Surasena. Through Vaishya wife, he gave birth to a cowherd king by name Parjanya. Parjanya gave birth to Vananda, Abhinanda, Nanda, Sunanda, Nanda, five children. And in that same community, there was a god by name Sumuka, and he gave birth to a daughter by name Yashoda. Yash means fame. Yashoda means giver of the fame. Somebody told Arjuna, if you get Yashoda married to your son Nanda, that marriage becomes very auspicious. Then, that's how the marriage was performed. Here, Surasena gave birth to Vasudeva. And Vasudeva was married, Ugrasena and Devaka, they were cousins. Devaka had a daughter by name Devaki. And the marriage was arranged between Vasudeva and Devaki. You all know the story today. I'm not going to tell the story, but so here, Upananda was to be made king because of being the eldest. But Upananda wanted Nanda Maharaj to become the king, thinking he has he has better qualities than himself. And when he made that present, when he presented that to his father, and the brothers, they were great. That's how Nanda Maharaj became the king. But they were all happy. Nanda Maharaj was ruling his subjects very nicely as a cowherd king. Vaishya, Vedic culture was based on Varnashram Dharma. Vedic culture was based on Varnashram Dharma. 4 Varnas, Brahma, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and 4 ashramas, Brahmacharya, Vastavana, Sannyas. This is based on not birth, but character and activity. Varnashram Charavada Purushena Parama Vishnu Anadhyate Pantanate Tattvashkara. So Vedic culture at times, who you are, whichever ashram you are in, whichever whoever you are, whatever you are, whichever ashram you are, whichever varna you are, you keep Krishna in the center. Krishna Vishnu center. Vishnu Aradhyate. Means practically the society, everyone is oriented towards bhakti. Everyone is oriented towards going back to Godhead. If everyone has the same goal, and it becomes easy. When people have different goals, it becomes difficult. So anyway, what is that? Kushi ko raksha vanidyam Vaishya karma subhaj. Who is a Vaishya? Vaishya, what is that? The varnas are based on character and activity. What is the verse? Chaturana maya srishtam guna karma vibhaga. Guna and karma, not vibhaga. What has ruined Hinduism? Brahmana son became Brahmana, that has ruined Hinduism. Brahmana is a qualification. What are the qualifications of Brahmana? Samadhamastava kshanti rajamya jnanam vijnanam satyam brahma karma subhavaja. So Vasudeva went, Rukmini sent a Brahmana, she wrote a letter to Krishna. So Krishna asked the Brahmana, are you peaceful? Brahmana means he has to be peaceful. Sama, Dhamma, sense control, Tapa, Tapasya, means he performs Tapasya. Kshanti, tolerance, Arjava, honesty, Jnanam, he reads books. In Hare Krishna tradition, Prabhupada asked everyone to read books. Jnanam, Vijnanam, theoretical knowledge, Vijnanam, realized knowledge. Theory to become realized, what is needed? Sadhana. These are the qualities by which Brahmanas are situated. Then what about Kshatriya? Ishvara Bhava, I'm the controller. And what is that? Yudhya Chapalayana. Somebody challenges, I'm ready to fight. And that is a Kshatriya. But Vaishya, Vaishya is a Krishi Gorakshavan. So because Nandamara was taking care of cows, he was, they are into agriculture and cow production, they are considered Vaishyas. So anyway, what I read today is the marriage was performed, and Devatas they did not want Devaki to associate with this demon Kamsa. In the previous life, Kamsa was Kalane. Kalane Mihavira Soliswa Janishwara, Krishna Sastra. So Kalane was killed by Vishnu. So Kasa was very cruel and demoniac. So what the Devatas wanted Devaki to be separated. Then there was a Sariravani, Akashavani. They heard a celestial voice. Hey, eighth child of Devaki is going to destroy the chariot of your life, your body. When he heard that, immediately he took the sword and tried to kill her. Honestly speaking, problem means if you expect it's going to come, it's not a problem because you're ready. When the problem comes from the very unexpected quarters, that's when you're shaken. When the problem comes, even if it's big or small, you're ready for it. You're ready for the consequences. Actually, anybody is happy on the day of marriage. But Vasudeva was very unprepared. So, what's the nature of the word? Krishna says in Gita, Dukkale Vasashvati. Sometimes people come to Hare Krishna and say, I'm chanting 4 rounds, I'm chanting 8 rounds, I've reached 16 rounds, green card should come tomorrow. The person, Krishna's parents, it's a lockdown. As soon as Krishna came to their life, problem started. And they were imprisoned. And not only it's a lockdown, but they were imprisoned, chained, and 6 children were killed. 6 children were killed. And those of you parents, anything happens to the children, you will be shaken up, right? Can you imagine? Before your Kshatriya husband, your so-called cousin is dashing your child against the rock and totally killing. I'm honest with you, Devaki should have been depressed. No project medicine would have worked. Every year is doing, year after year after year. I'm cutting the story short. But here, I need to tell 2-3 lines before. Vasudeva, what was trying to, what was Vasudeva trying to do to stop him? Hey, as soon as you take birth, let this go. A little philosophy here before I go into the story. Every day we are doing our activities. Karmatmakam ena sarira bandha. When our activities are fruitive, means I want something out of it, mixed with Rajogul, we are actually preparing the next body. We are preparing the next body today. How many of you know, and I'm sure everyone of you knew some newspapers, 1957. Practically every newspaper, New York Times does it, Indian newspapers, they all do. 100 years ago this day. You see the newspaper? Exactly like that. 100 years ago this day you need something, that's why you got the body today like this. Srotra Chakshar Sparsananja Rasam Jnanam Evacha Nishtayam Shriyana Pasirate 15 chapter Guru Gita Krishna says. If we all get a particular type of eyes, particular type of nose, particular type of face, particular intelligence, it is all based on our previous karmic activity. How many of you understand? There is only one way. We don't want punyam, we don't want papam. We don't want good karma, we don't want bad karma. What do you want? Akarma, bhakti. Bhakti, if all day you do bhakti today, you are not preparing your future world today. And akarma is bhakti is so powerful, it will burn your previous reactions. Bhakti is so powerful, it will burn your previous reactions. In other words, wait. So if you consider the screen as a slate, a blackboard, so till this day you are written. You came today. So you met a devotee, gave you a book, he preached to you, and he said, Prabhu, practice, learn bhakti yoga. And from you at the age of 20 or 25 or that day or that day, whatever, 50, you don't stop writing. From today onwards, you don't stop. Today onwards, you stop writing. Today onwards, you stop writing. Because you are performing a bhakti yoga. But bhakti is so powerful. When you perform bhakti yoga from today onwards, at the age of 33 or 54, whatever, you are not writing anything on the blackboard of your life, and you start erasing it. If you lead a life of akarma, bhakti yoga, by the time you reach the end of your life, your blackboard of life is clean with no positive account, no negative account, no punya account, no papam account. Krishna says you have nothing to do with this world because you don't have any account. Come back. What is that? Because you have successfully executed bhakti yoga and nullified both the accounts, by this time you would have attained the love of God. Anartha nivritti, nishtha, ruchi, asakti, bhava, sthayi bhava, prema. You attained it. Even if you have not attained, Krishna will give the moderation. Lord Chaitanya gave the moderation, they will pass away. Lord Chaitanya means you have to write the name of your name. So you have to write your name on the paper. Pass. That is Lord Chaitanya. So anyway, so what is that? He's telling, as soon as birth is there, death is there. Why do you want to ruin your reputation by killing your sister? Please don't do that. Somehow you try to pass away, but Kamsa is not that type of person to be passed away. Tamoguna. 16th chapter Bhagavad Gita. What is the name of 16th chapter Bhagavad Gita? Divine and demoniac qualities. In Satyuga, demons were on one planet, devotees are on another planet. And Treta Yuga came, demons also joined the same planet, but different countries. And Lord Ramchandra in Ayodhya, Ravana and Lanka, they are separated. Dwapara Yuga came, they came further close. Shishupal and Krishna, same family, cousin only. Shishupal, Dantavakra, they are all Krishna's cousins only. And Kali Yuga,
same person,
same heart. When you come to Bhagavatam class, pure devotee, at least devotee. Then we start working. Comes out. Our demoniac call this. Comes out. Saturday, Sunday was the lineage. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday comes out. So, real spirituality is about subduing the demoniac forces within and encourage and fan that spark of bhakti that is within our heart. Further chanting of the holy name is prescribed. Lord Chaitanya, he gave this easy process. Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So the 6 children were killed. The 6 children, they represent Shadgarbhas. They were the sons of Marichi. Marichi represents mind. Our mind, it has 6 anarthas, 6 viruses. What are those? Kama, Krodha, Loka, Moha, Manamas. When we harbor the 6 impurities, they torment us like anything. Manasiksha, Raghunath Das Goswami says, if you are on the path of spirituality, one day you will be confronted before you and reach the end goal. Vaikuntha, Krishna, Gola, Vrindavan. On the way, you will be confronted by 6 thugs, 6 dacoits. They will stop you and arrest you. All the 6 thugs, Kama, Krodha, Loka, they'll take their rope and they'll tie your neck. You think, until I came to Krishna consciousness, everything was great. 2 rounds great, 4 rounds great, prasadam is great, kirtan is great. But suddenly, where is this lust coming from? So I'm becoming envious nowadays. I'm becoming greedy nowadays. Prabhu, you are not becoming greedy. You are realizing that it is there. All these years it has been there. First time you perceived their presence. Everyone is listening, right?
Yes, that's good.
Actually, I don't know about you. I used to think I'm the best person in this world. But after coming here, I realized I'm the nonsense, most nonsense, I'm the nonsense, most, demon in this world. Demonic person in this world. Because we look inside the heart. Prior to coming to Krishna consciousness, nobody looks into the heart. Because you give once in a while charity, you're driving, somebody comes and you take some money, put your hand in the pocket, 100 rupees, take it. The guys, his eyes will, the eyes light up, then you feel, oh, I'm the pure devotee. After Krishna has given you this much money, you take 100 rupees and you think you're a pure devotee. Because we don't look into the heart. Once you come in the association of devotees, start performing bhakti, then you look into the heart. All these impurities you suffer. You see them. I realize that. Wow, I'm very fond. I have so many impurities after chanting this many years. So, when we see impurities in our heart, we should not be depressed. But that should make us humble. That's what Krishna wants from us. When we see impurities, sometimes people they see they become very depressed. Hare Krishna kaya, agar jap karne ka wo log bol rahe jap karne ke liye. Then I see all these impurities coming out. Greed, envy. I stopped going there, no impurity. Okay, your friends are coming. So what you do? You start cleaning the home. Because you are not clean for 1 year, so much dust is coming. Because you are never clean home. I said we will reach your home in 3 minutes. Okay? And what you will do? You will buy your purchase new blankets. You took it and put it on the sofa. Another one on the carpet. They come and say, your house is so clean. And you believe it also. Because there is a thick layer underneath. Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Humility. When we perceive, alright, itna saal se jab kar raha hu, we are chanting for this many years, still they are not going away. Become humble. I come to myself. That is one quality Krishna wants. Ahankara guratma karta iti manyate prakriti krimane karmani. A bewildered soul thinks he is the true Krishna, Arjuna, but all activities are done by mental nature, executed by mental nature. Why Vaishnavism is great? Because Dasa Das. I'm serving person. So the sons of Marichi, these 6 Shatkarmas, they're called the sons of Marichi. When what is it? They laughed at Brahma and it became an aparad. For that mistake, they took birth as the grandchildren of Hiranyakasipu. When Hiranyakasipu saw them performing austerities to please Brahma, like he did, Hiranyakasipu became upset with them and he cursed them. You guys, next lifetime will be killed in the hands of your own father. They were children of Kalanemi actually. Kalanemi was the son of for that we are from the womb of the. So what is the moral? Moral is Devaki represents pure bhakti, Shuddha bhakti. Vasudeva represents pure heart. So as long as Sutta Bhakta, a devotee, Kamsa represents a material world, material existence. As long as devotee is scared of the material world, doing bhakti, then the 6 anarthas are killed. The 6th problem will come. So, from maybe channel. Something like that. Maya. Match them. Anyway, Arjuna, you will overcome all the problems by my grace. Krishna says. We need Krishna's grace. Forever going back to Godhead, that's little. But if you want to go forward in our life, day-to-day basis, we need Krishna's grace. Next week is Balaram Jayanti actually. You know? So can you believe Vasudeva and Devaki never thought that type of problem they would encounter. I really loved Vasudeva for one thing. 18 years he patiently waited. They were all family members. He did not take the phone. First he password comes up, said, all right, go home. Once he went home, he called all the friends. He's doing like this. How can he do this to me on the day of marriage? And he did not organize rebellion. It's a family. Vrishni, Boja, Andhaka, dynasties, they're all relatives. But he did not organize rebellion. He is a Kshatriya. Why? I really do not know. But he patiently waited. Knowing very well, actually Prabhupada wrote so many things. A person who cannot control his senses, we cannot trust them. I request you, don't trust anybody. Unless they are on the path of pure bhakti and they are sincerely trying. You have devotees. They are not sincerely trying. It means we should not even 100% trust them. Because they may be good, but their senses are not. Their senses, they are not. They cannot control their senses. Don't trust them. So the first child is gone. Kamsa said, no, take him home. Vasudeva was taking the Kirtiman, the boy, first boy home, but Vasudeva knew. Kamsa should not be trusted. Because he has no control on his senses. Today he speaks like this, tomorrow he'll say something else. So here the point is, when devotees, we are in the world, no doubt, but we should always be scared. Nowadays, world has become global. If war happens in the other side of the world, the ripples will come to America. Ripple will come to any part of the world because the world is global now. Right? So that's why one has to be properly spiritual. One has to be properly situated. Otherwise, your mind will be in trouble. So Devaki represents pure bhakti and Kamsa represents the fear of the material existence, fear of the material world. As long as Devaki is scared of Kamsa and while performing bhakti, the 6 anarthas will be killed in your heart. That is the example. I mean, that's a symbolic representation of the 6 children being killed in the hands of Kamsa. Then what happens? Unless until the 6 anarthas are killed, or we have a desire to control them, Guru will not come. 7th one is Balramji. Guru will come. So Guru is coming means Krishna will come. Pilot is coming means Prime Minister will come. So the point is one has to diligently our sadhana, we have to do 2 things. One, do nice sadhana and try to develop attraction towards Krishna's words. On the other hand, realize the presence of the 6 demons in our heart and pray to Krishna to curb them, pray to Krishna to kill these demoniac qualities. Lord Chaitanya is Krishna's incarnation. Lord Chaitanya, if you sincerely pray, he'll remove the impurities. He doesn't kill the demons, but he kills the demonic propensities, the qualities. So one has to identify one has to realize we have these anarthas, and you have to be very careful. If you don't act on them, many times I told about it. When you are Rajagun, this is my realization, research. Saturday, Sunday, you chant. You're in the association. And so many devotees are all jumping, dancing, amazing, amazing, amazing. But Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, you're on your own, you're with office colleagues. I showed this many times. So what happens? This is Satogun, Monday, Saturday, Saturday, Sunday. But when you start going to office, the consciousness, Maya, it will come here. When it comes to Rajagun, what is the application of Rajagun? You think of this body. When you think you're this body, immediately ego becomes prominent. When ego is prominent, what is the actually ego tells you of this body and all the 6 enemies. We are there. And when your desires are not fulfilled, you have quarrel with your family, with your wife, with your spouse, with your children. Immediately the consciousness shifts to Tamagud, you become angry. Anyone has experience? When you become angry, then you feel bad. But you'll shift from Monday to Friday, you'll shift in this between Raja and Tam. Suddenly Sunday, Saturday, Sunday comes. Mangalarti. You took bath 5 o'clock, you come to temple. I'm a pure devotee Tilak. Yes. Yeah, this is all right. You'll regret what you have done last week or yesterday night. I'm a pure devotee. So we are operating between Sattvagun, Rajagun, and Tamagun. So that's why we should constantly stay in the association of devotees. Our Maya shifting these gunas is based on our conditioning in the past. Somebody has already achieved sattva most of the time. So the moment Maya tries to shift to Raja, we'll say, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So you will have your buttons. You'll have your buttons. That's why one should chant not just 16, Prabhupada minimum. Whenever people would say, people would take any vows of initiation before getting initiated by Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, Prabhupada, I'll chant 16 rounds. Prabhupada said, minimum. Prabhupada would say, minimum, not maximum. Why? Prabhupada, I'm there to protect you. My grace is there, but you have to do your job of sadhana. You have to do your job as sadhana. So, Devaki was still, they continuously, though they were imprisoned, it was a lockdown, children were killed, they were cheated. Because of the holy name, they were not arrested. They had a hope. Krishna will take part. So we just came out of lockdown. You know? So it is said, so many people are depressed. Why devotees are not depressed? Because they have Krishna with them in the form of holy name. They have Krishna with them in the form of prasad, with all of you of course. So if you continue with the same hope, one day we'll get Krishna also. Krishna consciousness will take birth in our heart. Because Devaki Krishna was born, for us Krishna consciousness is fully. Krishna consciousness is already born in our heart. So then Balramji, the moment, so Krishna ordered your Maya. So you, yes, Balramji, when Devaki became pregnant 7th time, Devaki's face was fulgent because of Bala means strength. Who is coming? The expansion of the Supreme Lord, Amsavagi, now. He is coming. That person who is actually shoulder, who is carrying the weight of all the universes. He has entered into the womb of Devaki. Sankarshana Karana Tori Sai, Nodha Sai, Chapayo, Visayasishyaspara, Kasmakin, Nakaram Samusu. Nityananda is actually Balram himself, who is a glorification. Mayatiti Vyapi Vaikunthalaki, Shresariyasi Chaturyamundi. Prabhu Vishwas Bad Sankarshana, Kyamtam Nityananda Nam. So, Balramji, five ways he serves Krishna. Sevaka Bhagavan, Krishna is a savior Bhagavan. God who is served. Balramji is also Bhagavan. The Sevaka he serves. So, Balramji serves Krishna in 4 ways in the creation. Sankarshana, Mahavishnu, Garbhadasa Vishnu, Kshiradasa Vishnu. All the 4, they help Krishna in the form of creation. The last one, Sesha, Ananta Sesha. He comes to help in pastimes, Leela. So when he came as Rama, Balramji came as a Lakshmana, Ramanuja. He becomes an assistant in spicing up the pastime. Intensifies the pastime. We'll see next Thursday, please come. Sometimes Balramji is misunderstood. Sometimes Balram gives trouble also. No, he intensifies the pastime, that's it. So, but that's why Guru we need a spiritual master, Bala, he is our strength. He prays on our behalf. Then Guru takes us to Krishna. It's late now, we'll continue, with somebody will continue tomorrow. So what is that? One should understand, the 6 anarthas are there deep rooted in our heart. We should try to cleanse our heart by practicing pure bhakti. Even Srila Prabhupada, he came to America for that reason. People are, Saraswati Thakur told Prabhupada, sister, people, Krishna consciousness is emergency. People are dying without Krishna. Give Krishna to us. Prabhupada came with nothing to America to give Krishna. So, Guru, that Balaram is representation, the Jnana representation. What should we do? Following the footsteps of Guru, we should do nice sadhana for ourselves and to gain more mercy from Krishna, we should go and preach, distribute books, learn Bhagavad Gita and speak to others. And Prabhu, you are not the body but the spirit soul. Mataji, you are not the body but the spirit soul. Take these beats and chant Hare Krishna. It's a bank account that will come with you. They will also start cleansing the heart. Work on your relatives, work on your friends. And then together everyone can go back to God at all. Hare Krishna, if I have spoken anything wrong, please do excuse me. As your humble servant, any question or comment?
We say that like unless the six and others are clean from our heart, Guru will not enter. But yeah, already initiation is happening.
That's true. So when you have a desire to address them also. When you have a desire to address the anathas, when you want to become pure, then also Guru will come. And he'll help you remove those anathas. Right? That is also. Thank you. Any other question? Yes.
So probably whatever good or bad happened, it's based on the previous karmic action. So Vasudeva and Devaki was put in the jail. What was the karmic action they did in the previous life? Why they were in the jail?
I definitely do not know. What is that they have done so that
Yes.
I know they were made to.
Devaki and Vasudeva, they gave the birth of God. So they are in jail. Another other side, Vasudeva, Nand Maharaj, and Ashoda, they got the association of Supreme and they are outside. So what they did.
I can only have a portion of answer, but main question I really do not know why they were made to. What is it they have done that they are imprisoned? Well, actually, no. When Devaki gives birth, he says, in the previous lives, you wanted me to be. I'll tell you. Let me try. In the previous lives, you wanted me to be your son. In the first life, you were Aditi and Kashyapa. I came as Vamandev. In the next lifetime, they asked him 3 times. So you came Sutapa and Prasni, I became Prasni Arba. This is the 3rd time I am myself coming to you. That he says. On the other side, Dhara and Drona are the Prajapatis. They also prayed to Krishna, my Lord, you become our child and perform that type of leelas. By hearing those leelas, people should give up their bad habits and become your devotees and develop love of God. Although for that reason, Krishna was born to us, Yashoda and Nandamara also. In fact, Vasudeva and Devaki gave birth to Vasudeva Krishna. Aishwarya Bhava. But here, because they were worshippers of Narayan, Vasudeva and Devaki. But here, Nandamara and Yashoda, they are the actual parents of Krishna. Because of that, Vasudeva Krishna performed all the leelas in the courtyard of Nandamara. And that's why Devaki was there, they couldn't see that. But all the leelas happened here because Dhara and Drona are the expansions of Nandamara and Yashoda. Okay, so there's a portion of the answer, but your actual question, what made them, what is the wrong thing they did that they were there? They had to be imprisoned by Kamsa and they had to go through this. I don't know. I'm very honest actually. But one thing I can tell, Krishna wanted to tell the world, no matter who you are, but actually now in Krishna Lila, especially Vasudeva, there will be so many lessons you can learn. First thing, they were not depressed. Second thing is that they continued with full faith. as a devotee. So when Krishna, to show that Supreme Godhead was born, Krishna showed his majestic Narayana form. So he told all these three things, three words he wanted me. Now you take me, So I'll become a small child, and now you take me back to Gokul Mohammed and bring the baby girl there. If I were Vasudeva, what would I say? My Lord, depression over here. 6 children were killed before me. I couldn't protect my wife. I couldn't protect my children. And everything is happening by your order only. You yourself go there. I cannot take. I lost all my faith. I lost my hope also. Vasudeva didn't say that. Vasudeva, bhakti means it's not like everything is going on very well, I'll chant my rounds. If you lose your, today green card came, I'll chant 30 rounds. No. Even if Corona comes, you have to chant your rounds. If your job is lost, you're laid off, you should chant your rounds. That is bhakti. Order is important. So what is that? What is his name? Madhavendra Puri. He has only one thing in his life. Anything Krishna tells, I'll do it. Vasudeva only one thing in his life. And anything Krishna tells me to do, I'll do it. Irrespective of what you are going through in your life. Whatever may be your mental state. Okay. So Krishna wanted to tell the world, these are the very difficult examples actually. Most difficult examples. Why they are very glorious? Because they persevered. They showed persistence. They showed perseverance. Means we can do anything for Krishna's pleasure. And another thing is they were also under internal potency. That's why they had hope. We don't see Devaki again and again telling you are good for nothing, you're useless, you're good production. They understood this part of the Supreme Lord's plan. Actually, what is that? Krishna Lila 10th canto is for relation. Why they have gone through this much? So actually what devotee said, up to 9 cantos you can ask questions. Krishna Lila is only for relation, no questions asked. But coming back to your question, I really do not know what is that they have done in the past lives, that they have to become they have to be imprisoned in the dungeon of Kamsa. Anyone knows why they were imprisoned? What is the karmic reaction? I have not read anything actually. That's what I said. Krishna, this Leela, it was orchestrated to bring out the qualities, But usually there is always something, Any other question or
one question. As you mentioned, Kamsa in his previous birth, as Kalnemi was killed by Vishnu. Still he got, the rebirth as Kamsa. So just thinking about wasn't he delivered then because he was actually killed by Vishnu?
Actually, I'm sure this what would have happened is because he was killed, he must have got impersonal liberation. He must have merged in the Brahman. Then because of course you got the impersonal liberation, but he came back again. So the ego remains in the impersonal liberation. So as soon as you come down, you pick up all your bad qualities. That's the thing. Any other question?
So being killed by direct Supreme is no guarantee. So completely delivered. We
have our choices, coach. There is a verse in Bhagavatam 11th canto. Even if you are liberated, impersonal liberation, become one with Brahman. Arya Krichena Parapadanda Patanti Adhona Drashti Smanangriya. Even if you are liberated, your buddhi is avishuddha, asuttamati, pure. Why you don't have faith in the lotus feet of Krishna? Brahma says this verse. Even after getting such place, because you don't have faith in the lotus feet of Krishna, Patanti Adhona Drashti Smanangriya. Because you don't have faith in his lotus feet, he'll fall down. When she fall down, what is that? It's very easy to pick up impurity because you have the free will. Free will, as long as free will is there, you can choose this side or this side. Why are we here? Because we have a desire to enjoy independent of Krishna. As long as we harbor that quality of enjoying independent of Krishna, we have to continue the cycle of birth. As long as we harbor the impurities of enjoying independent of Krishna, we have to continue the cycle of birth. That's why Bhakti Yoga is the only yoga that eradicates your impurity from the root. Jnana Yoga and Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, they cannot. It's very important. So only Bhakti Yoga removes the impurity from the root. One time, one devotee offered, made his offering to Prabhupada and his Vyasa Puja. It's coming now. Prabhupada, you not only taught us how to burn our bad karma, but you also taught us what is the consciousness, what is the root cause of creating that bad karma. You help us uproot from that. You know the desire to do bad karma also you eradicate. You taught us the path to eradicate that desires. You taught us Bhakti Yoga. Thank you, Prabhupada, he said that. Understand? Anything else? Narasham Bhagavatam ki jai. Shalom.
Jai.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.